Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome on back to Assassin's Creed Syndicate. We're going to do another Dreadful Crimes. We're going to hopefully finish them up this episode and maybe some other stuff as well. Let's go ahead, get ready, and have some fun.
My dear friend, the Ghost Club has an extraordinary case for you. Spiritualist Thaddeus the Amazing has predicted his own death at his next seance. Could you have a look?
Huh. Okay. Not who I thought I was going to meet. But okay. Alright.
As you see, we have a visitor. Approach, please.
I'm going to grab this one here.
What is happening here?
Oh, Jesus.
Not yet. Someone, light the lamps.
Someone said not yet.
Oh, he's actually dead.
Lovely. Oh, a knife through the heart. Hair and clothing have been slightly scorched by the explosion. A knife is stuck in his torso. So that's one clue. 5 suspects. Oh, it's dynamite. Timer flesh pot. Timer charred fuse. Plastic cylinder. Non-lethal amount. It would take a lot to know how to do that. So someone with knowledge of that. Still 5 pieces of evidence. It has to be upstairs. List of Thaddeus' client's address is there. Also 2 columns for each client. Both columns indicate significant amount of money per seance. First column here is to refer directly to the client, to whom refers. Dr. Wilburn is missing from the list. Okay, so Dr. Wilburn is a possibility. But fact of the matter also is, you know, he's costing a lot of people a lot of money. Signed paper to enable Thaddeus Smith to act as Howard Roberts' legal representative. So Smith
I should return and find out about this.
as a possibility. Flashpot, 8 shillings. Theatrical supply. Okay. Threatening now, for the love of God. Get this signature at the next session, or I swear I'll expose you. Old psychic's house. Weathered, probably written weeks ago. I found a tramp who lives on the streets near one of the pigeons. The fellow smokes like a chimney, and for the price of a few cigars, he supplies me all the information we need. Who lives on the street near one of the pigeons? So the pigeons supposed to be the victims of the scam.
I have no doubt that his powers were genuine. He was able to tell me of my daily comings and goings, and all manner of details that he couldn't possibly have known. He certainly was going to be able to put me in contact with my sister.
He probably had the spy do it.
I've been coming here to decide whether I should accept a marriage proposal. Thaddeus had been attempting to contact my departed sister so that she could give me advice. Thaddeus was a kind man who sincerely wanted me to make the best choice. Now what am I to do? I'm so sorry to lose Thaddeus. The oddest part is that he claimed all would be revealed to each of us before his death.
I don't think it was her. Seems too dumb.
He was an incredible psychic. I came to clarify some personal financial matters.
Wilburn.
I don't understand what happened. He foretold his own death, but I didn't expect it to happen like this.
This is so frustrating. I had a simple question, but have had to come back for séance after séance, week after week. Each time Thaddeus divined a partial number from the other side, but never the entire correct number. Today he promised that I would get everything. Thaddeus felt that if I signed some papers, it would demonstrate to my dead father that I had absolute trust in Thaddeus.
I sought him out after the death of Mittens. I was so hoping to hear from my loved one. I'm convinced Thaddeus could have communicated Mittens' wishes to me. I must know to whom Mittens wishes that I should leave my fortune. And now Thaddeus is lost to us. I shall never know. Mittens is my beloved kitty cat. She was run over by a milk wagon several weeks ago. I've been trying desperately to contact my sweet thing ever since. I'm not well, though, and likely haven't long to live myself.
Oof. You should give all of it to me.
Nothing but a showman, really. Each week he gave a séance with all his clients present together. So many people makes everything much more dramatic. I attend Lady Ursula at these sessions. She's ailing and needs someone to help her along. I have no particular belief in an afterworld, but if it comforts Milady, I see no harm.
Even though she was possibly going to make a terrible mistake. Robots. Wait, who's closest? Yeah, probably robots. Here, let me grab this paper while we're over here. Can you feel the love tonight? Don't know why I just thought of that song, but I did. So you now have to deal with it as well. The loop around this corner. It is at the end of the hall. There we go. In Westminster. Westminster, don't you know? Oh, don't you know? Don't you know there, fella? Alright, so here we are. 3 clues and met 1 suspect. Oh, there's one. Hold on. Mysterious death in King Street. Spiritualist. Magnus, who died in his next seance, but the outcome even demonstrated several clients that their closest friends were swindling them. Demonstrated to several clients that their closest friends and relations were swindling them via Magnus himself. War versus Moon. Flame ended the This was declared dead by a certain Dr. Folsom, attending as a client. It's kind of like exactly what happened here. Before burst of smoke and flame ended the sands of declared dead. How did he die, though? Was it with a knife to the heart? Okay. Bank A7. Bank of Kent 270. York Bank A72. Okay. Robots. Is kind of suspicious. Note added to father's will. A note amended to the father's will specifying that bulk of my fortune is safely secured in an account, the particulars of which will be communicated by word of mouth to my son. And he never got it. Ergo, that's why he was at the seance trying to hear from
My brother has become obsessed with some secret bank account. He inherited almost all of my father's fortune, as well he should as the male heir. But some was locked in a secret account. I think it unlikely that it should be a significant amount. I went along to the seances a couple of times. I thought it was a waste of my brother's time. Power of attorney to a psychic? That sounds very unusual indeed.
That's it? That's all you have to say about that? Your brother was about to squander everything. You're okay with that? The hell? Asquith's house. Well, and then even over here, over for them. Oh. Oh, I'm not gonna worry about that. They usually never work out for me. Very rarely do they actually work out. Business plans appear to be sound, as long as he has no other pressing obligations. If your daughter you settle on money, you settle on the happy couple would mean the success of Mr. Boyd's venture. Your Janice would live a comfortable life. Okay.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
So 4 clues. I have 1, 2. I see 2, unless there's a 3rd floor that I'm not seeing. There's a letter. Boyd, dear lad, if you don't get me the money, you will be in deep trouble. Kind of trouble. Asquith's house. Where are the other 2 clues? Ah, there is a 3rd floor. There's 1 clue. I have some affection for Everett, but I don't think my sister would approve of him. She always bade me to strive for more than which mere appearance directly in front of my nose. Merely appears directly in front of my nose. It was if only my father weren't urging me otherwise. Peer pressure. Huh, where's the other clue? It's not on this floor. There's no higher floor that I could go to. Oh, I see it. Ah. Cigarette butt. Still spill tobacco smoke. Okay, that doesn't really point towards anything. I don't think. Oh, cigarette butts, not just one. Tobacco scent. Huh. Okay. So all the way to the end of the street. Oh.
That's me. Yeah, some fella come by here every so often. Gives me a silver sixpence if I tell him everything about the folks in that house. Nothing unusual about him. Just a regular fella. I've seen him go into that building over there.
Okay. Oh, the office. Alright, but I didn't finish interrogating the suspects. So I need to do that. Lady Ursula's house. Is that where I still needed to go? Asquith's house. Street corner. Asquith. Did I finish the Asquith house? I don't think so. I think it was the Asquith that I stopped at. If I could zoom in and it could tell me. Yeah, okay. Okay. All the clues, 2 suspects.
Her father mentioned this swindler to me. I understand it's because of him that my engagement has been delayed. I know the owner of a local brewery, and I'm convinced his business will flourish. He just needs some financial backing. Now Janice is free to be married at last. I'll invest my dowry in the brewery and make a fortune.
Don't put your eggs in one basket. That's never a great idea.
Never trust a man who tells you what you want to hear. He's after something. Taking advantage of my daughter's love for her departed sister. With that charlatan gone, things can get back to normal. My daughter's engagement to Everett Boyd can be announced at last. Janice's elder sister was strong-willed. Janice always followed her lead. That's why it's so sad that she asks her advice, even in death. Time for Janice to think for herself. I know what's best for her.
Oh, so not choose on her own.
A girl Janice's age should be married. Everett is a very sensible young man from a good family. He'll be very successful, I'm sure of it.
Come on.
Janice is a lovely creature. I would be honored were she to accept my proposal. I do adore her.
Creepy. Alright, next up would be probably the office. Or do I go over to Lady Ursula's house? Well, this would be a good get to know what's going on. Down a row, and boom, like that. Nope. Hey, that totally just messed me up. Okay, cool, lovely. Love to see that. after the others as usual. W. Arrive after. They must be enough to. So T. Thaddeus. So Thaddeus. Who's W? So for medical doctors, all are identical except each is printed with a different name. It's the doctor. Client files. Organize details. Wants cat to tell her should inherit. Just to see.
I should go back and ask about this.
Ah, there it is. Says the account number is A72 Count Shish Bank. Kanish. Let's go to Lady Ursula's house. Alright. Let us continue the investigation. Yeah, might as well. Correct. Get bloody wrecked. Clues. Date 7 months ago. Magnifico. So people knew. Doctor introduced. Found another news source from Sydney. Douglas, you got me into the... You better solve it. Ursula and Douglas. There it is. Says, will do Miriam, my maid, to Douglas, my butler. On service. Thinking it might be Douglas, the butler. It was the butler who got me into this.
Lady Ursula's health is not good at all. And now she's lost her cat, it's almost like she has nothing left to live for. Lady Ursula was planning to leave her fortune to her cat Mittens. Since the cat passed on, she's been going to that spiritualist in hopes that Mittens will tell her what to do with the money. He's been Lady Ursula's butler for years. We have plans to marry. But first, Douglas needs to put together a little nest egg. He says he'll have some money soon.
But since the will says that, you know, at the moment the cat gets everything, it wouldn't do any good for him to murder her now. Have to wait. Maybe he doesn't know that she rewrote the will. That's possible. Unlikely, but possible. Very interesting. Very interesting. Excusez-moi, permettez-moi. There's a lot of questions to ask.
You think someone paid Thaddeus to tell my lady that a cat wanted them to inherit? Well, that would be quite a clever scheme indeed.
I simply do not believe it. And if you're implying that my butler was paying Thaddeus, I must ask you, why would a great psychic do the bidding of a common butler?
The butler wouldn't want him dead before she could make the changes.
My own sister? Paying Thaddeus off? I thought he was a bit too insistent that I sign that paper. Well, Anne is going to get a good talking to, believe you me.
Don't think it was him.
Good Lord, you found the office? I admit it then. Thaddeus and I traveled the world, bamboozling the gullible and then exposing the swindle. But his death was meant to be a fake. I have no reason to want Thaddeus dead. Quite the contrary.
You believe that Everett paid Thaddeus to manipulate me? It cannot be true. Thaddeus knew all of my comings and goings. He genuinely could communicate with the world beyond. You believe that Everett paid Thaddeus to manipulate me? It cannot be true. Thaddeus knew all of my comings and goings. He genuinely could communicate with the world beyond.
It would have to be someone in this room, right? Narrowed it down to him, and her. They've...
My own sister? Paying Thaddeus off? I thought he was a bit too insistent that I sign that paper.
He wanted answers.
Well, Anne is going to get a good talking to, believe you me.
You know.
You believe that Everett paid Thaddeus to manipulate me? It cannot be true. Thaddeus knew all of my comings and goings. He genuinely could communicate with the world beyond.
I think it might be the doctor. Zuko Doctor. Body. Bloody knife stuck in his torso. Non-lethal. Client list. 2 columns. Wilburn. Threatening no, for the love of God. Get his signature. The next session, I swear I'll expose you. So that was this dude.
My own sister? Paying Thaddeus off?
Anne.
I thought he was a bit too insistent that I sign that paper. Well, Anne is going to get a good talking to, believe you me.
Yeah, so that was Anne. Weathered. I found a tramp who lives on the street. The pigeon. So this is the doctor writing this to the psychic. We knew about that. We know about that. Thaddeus Smith. That's this guy, right? No. Howard Roberts. Who's Thaddeus Smith? 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is Thaddeus Smith? Inside. Thaddeus Smith to act as Howard. Oh, the victim. Howard Roberts. Okay, that's Anne's doing. Yeah, this is Anne Roberts' house. Wrote him out to my son. Okay. Boston Newspaper. So, Ursula knew. Ursula or the, Ursula knew. Roberts knew. Meaning Anne and the butler knew. Asquith. Everett. This is a reproof. Strive. Otherwise. With the money you settle on every couple. Boyd, dear lad. If you don't get me my money, so knows that Boyd. Maybe go back to the Asquith's house and like question him about that. So the Asquith house. I know it says there's really nothing more, but I think that's wrong. Actually, hold on. Let me take this. Yeah, one of them's white. Oh no, it's based on floor. That's right. It's not him.
I know the owner.
Oh boy, I can't ask about that though. Okay, so Boyd has, he has motive. Douglas. I think Lady Ursula was in on it. Wait. Douglas. Douglas is the butler. I gave you Douglas. So I'm thinking that might be from this other lady in the house. Miriam. It's got to be Douglas. It's got to be someone in the house, right? Douglas is the only one. Because Ursula was going to be scammed. The guy was going to be scammed. W. Arrive after the other as usual. The doctor's talking to... or no, Thaddeus is talking to the doctor. Yeah. Wilburn, Roberts, Douglas, Ursula, and Roberts isn't there. Neither is the Colonel, neither is Everett, nor Miriam. Wait, is Everett in there? No. So it's Janice to Dr. Wilburn. Wilburn had every reason for the scheme to continue. Roberts had no idea his sister was scamming him. Ursula didn't know that Douglas was scamming him, and I'm pretty sure that Miriam was a part of it because they wanted to swindle her out of the inheritance. So she was getting scammed. Janice was getting scammed by her almost fiance. Douglas is the only one there who wasn't getting scammed and knew about the scam. It's got to be him. Psychic song. Back it up.
He was going to reveal my plot. He paid the price for betraying a fellow crook.
Got him.
This Thaddeus fellow was rather too clever by half. But you pieced it all together very cleverly.
Up to the clink with
Mr.
you.
Raymond was particularly interested in this one. He admired the duplicity of Thaddeus.
Got him. Cool. That being said... Cool. Gotta travel on over here. Dang, that took me like, what, almost 40 minutes? Probably like 35 minutes to like do. Jeez, this might be a longer episode if we're just doing like the dreadful crimes. Okay. There it is. There we are. Alright, so not too far away. That's good. Next up, Murd3r. Banks of the Thames. On the banks of the Thames. crimes.
Hey! Someone help! Some trap found something down there! Looks like...
How'd you do that? Let me get this rolling here. Alright. Beth, 13 more. Body. Male body dressed in a manner of a wealthy businessman. He's wearing only one shoe. Sustained multiple fractures indicating a fall from a great height. There's no identifying documentation. Man's coat with the name Matthew King.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
What is it? Drag marks. Who's dragged? Oh, fall. Okay. That tells me there's probably a clue up there. Yep. Pocket watch. Broken. So just after
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
So it was killed a little after midnight.
I should return and find out about this.
He was probably pushed.
I heard a splash, and right quick pulled this bloke out of the shallows, dead as a mackerel. I live there now, if you can call it living. I lost my job, didn't I? No need for the likes of me when a machine can do the work. The midnight train, that must be the 616, stops in the station down the road. If you hurry, it might still be there. A nice warm coat like that on a dead man? What do you expect? I snatched it before somebody else came along to nick it. Like you.
Train station. I don't think this guy could do it. Yeah, I don't know enough about the case yet to be able to make a definitive who's guilty and who's not. But my gut says that this dude's not guilty. Usually never the first person you talk to on the case. Come on. Alright. Only 5 more. Alright. Oh. How the hell do I get in? Not what it's going to do. Ah, I can get it from here. Nice. Come on. See what we got. That was only one suspect.
You better hurry. It's leaving right now.
Oh. Come on. How the hell do I get out of here? Honestly, a bit bullshit. Might as well be methodical and start. What the fuck? Alright. Container contains a letter. Right, Viv. Hook any more fish. It's a lovely keeper you got going. I need to find me a bony scheme like that. Let's have a glass next time you're in Soho, love. Your sis.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
Come to the restaurant carriage quickly.
I should return and find out about this.
Nothing unusual at all. I had a drink with some gents and then retired to my sleeper. The rich fella, I did talk with him. Very charming. But a single woman has to be careful, you know? Did something happen to him? Oh, all right. I flirt with rich blokes and the barman slips them a mickey. I take them back to my sleeper and they nod off before I have to do anything shameful. They wake up thinking they had a night of fun and hand me a few quid. That's what happened with Mr. Killian, but he was gone when I come back from looking for the man who left the note. Someone slipped a note under my sleeper door a few minutes before... Someone slipped a note under my sleeper door a few minutes before midnight. It said I should come to the dining car. I went, but only Ryan and Wolf's man were there, and they were both drunk.
Two suspects. The ringer. To choose, but one is missing. Ooh, interesting. Killian will be on the 616 to Cardiff to sign the papers. Ran him or shall be ruined. Okay.
Mr. Wolf had a few with Mr. Killian. Then the young lady invited herself over to have a glass with him. Mr. Wolf bought him drink after drink. Then they got angry. But the young lady come over, and it's obvious that Mr. Killian was interested in a rendezvous, like. Around about 11:30, Killian and her left together. Mr. Wolf became terribly tired, even though he'd only had one drink. He toddled off to bed well before midnight. I stayed in the dining car for a few drinks with the barman.
Wolf's the one about the Mickey.
I had drinks in the dining car with Killian. We had business dealings in the past. It was a pleasant surprise to discover him on this train. I suppose there were some disagreements, but there always are when a great deal of money is involved. Sam, he's a trusted valet. He's terrifically strong, which makes him useful in many situations.
Like push someone off a train.
You mean the young lady? She and Killian hit it off famously. Embarrassing, really. I felt unusually tired and came back here to get some sleep.
Okay.
I've been Mr. Wolf's valet for going on several years. He's frail and needs a man like me to help him about.
frail, so probably doesn't have the strength. But if if Killian was drugged, that would make him a lot easier to deal with.
The odd thing was, some noises on the roof woke me up briefly. You say someone was thrown from up there? You have to be a very strong fella to drag someone up onto the roof.
True. And if he was knocked out...
Killian was on this train. Cool. I used to work in his foundry. I never even seen him. None of us workers ever knew what he looked like. That one. Clever little minx. She and the barman got a little scam going. I think everyone on the staff knows about it. Vivian had another of her dupes in her compartment by then. After that, I remember people going past me from time to time, but I was half asleep.
Yeah, I don't think it was this dude. Too much of a bumbling buffoon. I don't want to go off to another compartment right yet. This is other shit. This one, 3 suspects met 2. But wait, the guy who found the body, he lost his job to a machine. So he's back in the contention. I would originally, no, but he could have just, how would he have gotten off? That's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. There'd be no way to get out. Down with the industrialists, down with the monarchy. Revolution is the only way. What was that? Pamphlet. No. Sipping pills. It's half empty.
I should return and find out about this.
It was a typical evening. As far as I knew, nothing unusual happened until you came aboard with this story of a murder.
No story.
I was tidying up in the passenger car. Around midnight, Vivian ran through. She thought someone was looking for her. Just another wealthy passenger. They're all pretty much the same. She rides the train often. She's very friendly with the other passengers.
Huh. Very. Wait, ask him.
Nothing unusual. A couple of passengers came in and had a sort of business meeting. One of them was buying a lot of drinks for the other, and then they started to argue. But Vivian went over and joshed them out of it. Oh, well, it's a noisy train. Plenty of passengers have trouble getting to sleep, so I keep sedative here behind the bar, yeah? Peter, nice bloke. Came here after being sacked from a foundry a few months ago. Tell you, he looked white as a ghost after he served the businessman. She's a frequent passenger, that one. Hangs about with the wealthier sort. Likes to entertain them, if you take my meaning. Yeah, I helped Vivian fleece the dupes. I slipped a pill in the wine for the table. Both gents got sleepy, but Vivian picked the richest one.
So is Peter this guy?
Just another wealthy passenger. They're all pretty much the same. I was tidying up in the passenger car. Around midnight, Vivian ran through. She thought someone was looking for her.
Peter, nice bloke. Came here after being sacked from a foundry a few months ago. I'll tell you, he looked white as a ghost after he served the businessman.
Peter worked with me at the foundry. He's a very strong bloke. I got my arm mangled in one of the damn machines they put in. Then Killian sacked the whole crew. Peter, he helped me get hired as train staff.
I think it might be Peter. Strong. So he has means. He knew about the sleeping pills.
I gave him what he deserved. The man was heartless.
Called it.
I believe something larger is afoot. A lot of murderous anger concerning industrialists. Might be something to look into.
Up to the click with you.
Cool. Cool. So that's that one done. Lambeth's done with that. The Thames. The Darwin mission at some point. That's done. City of London has one more murder mystery in there. Whitechapel's done. Strand is done. And Westminster will have one more. So there's two more. One here. Fastest place would probably be here. Fastest place. Targets in gold. Goldilocks and the Seven Dwarves. Alright, so let's go ahead and mark next to the last one. Where are we? Still 300 meters out. Uh-oh. Oh. That was close. Just got murdered. Okay. Not where I wanted to go, but okay. It is what it is. At this point with my income, I don't really need to chase chests. I could do the locked golden chests, but that's about it. That's all I really need. Yeah, it's hard in the beginning to kind of make your name, but further on, it's like, oh, yeah. Alright. Here we go. The most hated man in London. To use which of all the potentials and actually killed Ashton.
Think of that. Crushed by a crate. The most hated man in London.
Can you imagine achieving such a title?
Alright, so where's the body? It's on the street. Ashton's body. The body has been crushed by the crate, but close inspection reveals other anomalies. A puncture wound to the gut, a bullet wound in the back, and the victim's skin has an odd green pallor, along with yellowing around the eyes. Inspection of the bullet wound indicates cause of death, such would cause death in 12 minutes. So you have like multiple people trying to kill him. You have the puncture wound to the gut, you have the poisoning, you have the bullet wound, and you have the crate falling on you. You have 4 people trying to kill you, but who did it? Is the question. Took before he died. 1. Inspect. 105, 109, 105, 109, 110. Pharmacy, pub, Apple, household account. Stopped at 117 precisely. So if it was going to take 12 minutes, he would have had to have been shot. If it was the cause of death, the gunshot wound, he would have had to have been shot at 105. Where was he be at 105? The pub. Apple. The bite is oddly pink, so it was poisoned. 112 took a discarded apple.
I know the man. He's hated by everyone. Surprisingly, it's not clear what killed him. I find multiple wounds. No need to send many people to jail for killing such a terrible. He appears to have been stabbed with a perforating weapon, perhaps a spike of some kind. There would be bleeding and it would affect motor control right away, but death wouldn't come for another 6 minutes.
So if he died at 117, he would have been stabbed at 111.
I suspect that there is at least one deadly toxin in his system.
Okay. This is stumbles pushed. This is where he would have been stabbed.
He's my husband. Each day I bring him the household expenses just after he eats his apple. I also brought him his invitation to the knighthood ceremony, the one with the special scepter. Of course, he wasn't going to take me along. I often tie up my hair around a knitting needle. What business is it of yours?
She stabbed him. So, 110. How long did he say it would take? Because he died at 117.
He appears to have been stabbed with a perforating weapon, perhaps a spike of some kind. There would be bleeding and it would affect motor control right away, but death...
6 minutes. So 111. Oh, the actual grade itself. Power crane.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
He owned this site and paid us. We all hated him because he looked for any excuse to cheat us out of our wages. I didn't hate him any more or less than my mates. That's around the time I'm given a few minutes to eat something. About then I would have been buying myself an apple at the stand down the street. It's difficult to work properly. You'd have to know what you're doing to drop it at just the right moment.
The man's a right bastard. I hope he's smouldering in hell. I'm not a crane operator. I wouldn't know how to work that.
Are you sure? Who's this? He doesn't have. He's a name of Eddie.
Eddie? Yeah, I taught him how to work the crane a few days ago.
Well, there you go. It's probably him. So he dropped the box. 117. 117 he dropped the box. 113 he was walking. 112 bited the discarded apple. We don't know about that.
I suspect that there is at least one deadly toxin in his system.
We don't know how long the toxin would have taken. He got stabbed by his wife at 111, which would have put 6 minutes right there.
He stopped by here every day at the exact same time. He'd buy an apple and try to cheat me out of tuppence. But then most folks do that. Yeah, that sounds right. Came by for an apple. He was here when we heard the crate hit the ground.
So we don't know how long the poison would have taken. Okay then. Oh, Stumbler's spattered blood. Gunshot. Taking 12 minutes.
Ashton stops in front of this pub every afternoon to check on business rumours. Something of a bastard, Ashton. Told me he had a bit of jam on the side, if you know what I mean. Wife didn't know about it. Well, the bit of jam wants out, but he won't let her. That's the sort of fellow we're speaking of.
Sabotage. Competitor. Right bastard. Oh, wastebasket. One chamber's empty.
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
That was Ashton's doing. The man had it in for me. He paid workers to wreck my machines. Cost me a fortune. As long as he was around, I'd never prosper. As a matter of fact, I do carry a revolver at all times. It can be a dangerous neighborhood for a wealthy fella such as myself. This proves nothing.
So if he was shot... Just pub leaves pub. So 107, 108. It would have taken 12 minutes to bleed out. No, the gun wasn't the cause of death. We don't know how long the apple would have taken to kill him. So for the moment, that's out. Discards bar. Pharmacy. Edward pharmacist. 2 clues, 2 suspects. pharmaceutical. Bluish. Chemical 1 is bluish in color. 16 minutes. Oh, this is jaundice about the eyes. Oh. So he was double poisoned. The pills and the apple. So 16, it would have to be 101 that he would have had to take in the pill. .103 takes pill. Would have taken 16 minutes. So 119, it's impossible. That can't be the cause of death. Death after an additional 9 minutes. We go back down and check out the check out when he ate the apple. So the pills couldn't have been the cause of death. The gun couldn't have been the cause of death. With the apple, she was the mistress. She wanted out. Took a bite of the discarded apple. 112. Discarded apple. 9 minutes would have put the time of death at 21. So that's so the medication's not it. Neither are the guns. So the mistress, the competitor, and the pharmacist are all out as suspects. So there's the crane and the puncture wound. The only two possibilities. So it was the wife or the crane operator. Which one died first? How'd he die first? That was the true question. Oh, I saw it. Letter addressed to Tom Maurice from Tom, my dear brother, I have recently made an most upsetting new force closure on the family farm is none other than John Ashton. Your very client behavior in this affair is beyond indecent. Both father and mother are reduced to penury, and I both contribute all we can. Although we have obligations of our own, at the very least, you must cease doing business with this dreadful man.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
His sister's probably the apple sales lady.
He's been coming to me for years. He arrives precisely at 1 o'clock and leaves 2 minutes later. He takes a bluish medication every day and prefers that I administer it. Mary is a trusted assistant. As far as I know, she's completely above board. Today, she swept the shop and prepared some medications. She also fetched herself an apple from the apple stand. This really is none of your business. He came to me for his blue medication. I gave him blue medication.
Not his blue medication.
I see him here every day. He can be unpleasant, but I don't really know him.
So I can ask the apple sales lady if... So none of these 3 people could be the murderer. Neither could the apple stand lady.
Girl who works at the pharmacy? Yeah, she slipped me an extra threepence. She had a special apple just for Mr. Ashton. I gave him that one when he come by. Mr. Ashton did look strange-like, eyes all yellowish, and then he turned pale after he bit into the apple. Almost green, really.
So it's either her or the crane operator.
That's far enough. No time to explain. You now! Keep on moving!
He appears to have been stabbed with a perforating weapon, perhaps a spike of some kind. There would be bleeding, and it would affect motor control right away, but death wouldn't come for another 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Stumbles pushed. It's too obvious to be the crane operator.
I'll be the toast of the town.
Haha.
A very unpleasant fellow. But what was that business about a knighthood ceremony?
To the cliff with you.
In any case, Mr. Raymond will have a story for Purlock Publishing.
Swaggy. Now there was only one left here in... So this is the final dreadful case. Ugh. All conquests. Oh yeah, I've done that. I've completed all the gang wars. Hello, my good sir. Oh, fucker. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. What the hell? Little Boston. Now it's 2. I might have to just go balls to the wall and murder him. Guy. Still have 18 left to perform. Yeah, it might be better to murder this dude. I don't think he's gonna let me go though. Come on, my guy. We'll just do that then. Murder at the palace. Saw the perplexing murder of a palace girl. Well, there was a lot of murders, so take your pick. Which one do you want?
There has been a murder at the palace. I need you to be careful with this one. Anti-royalist pamphlets have been cropping up and tensions are high. The Queen is very nervous about security. This way.
Okay. Don't really care, but okay. Aberline. Oh, it's Aberline. Mark all them quick. Don't think I'll have any issue with them this time. Now I'm here as a guest.
This way.
Weird that it didn't pin them. We'll pin ya. Ah.
Here we are. Good luck.
Thank you. My best. Oh. That may or may not have been me. Oh. Eyes and mouth wide open. No sign of violence. Interesting. No signs of violence, but yet like signs of a struggle. The room shows signs of a struggle. Interesting. List of eminent invitees to the investiture to be held this evening. The Queen will knight several industrialists who oppose child.
I should return and find out about this.
Broken glass. Broken area is large enough to allow access to someone. Okay, so that's how the murderer got in. To Her Majesty's Private Secretary, Sir Henry Ponsby. Dear Sir Henry, I'm troubled to have to write concerning a disturbance that occurred yesterday. We were informed that a young boy had been abducted. We have rushed to bring this to your attention and through you to the attention of Her Majesty as you think necessary, for we may fear the boys might be connected to a possible attempt to disrupt this evening investiture ceremony at the palace. Please be assured, Sir Henry, we are doing everything possible to locate the child. One Arthur Doyle. Doyle's address is appended. Vault. Do you get this?
I wonder if someone can tell me more about this.
Interesting.
Please, leave the room for a moment. No one is permitted to see me open the safe.
Okay. Oh, that's the Queen.
Cannot imagine that someone was after the scepter. I must see it. I ordered the scepter with the dove to be brought from the tower for tonight's event. Thank heavens! It is untouched.
Tower of London, that's where they kept all their valuables back in the day. Now, I can't remember where it is, but it's not in the Tower of London anymore. The Queen's a suspect?
The poor man. I arrived to find him here, dead as you see him. He gave his life to defend my person. Only I know the combination. The vault contains the very precious scepter. scepter with the dove, which I've chosen to be used in tonight's knighthood ceremony.
Why is it so...
This evening, I will knight several industrialists that have worked to end the practice of child labor. All of London's luminaries are invited.
Where's Ardu's yard? Ardu's yard is way over there. Holy hell in a handbasket. Why is it so hard? Up there. Alright. Yeah, now I'm not gonna get murdered by him. Aha. I'm an honorary guest of the capital. Aha. Hold up, player. Okay. I have a ways to go before I get there. Ardu's yard, I'm assuming that's Doyle, or well, the yard is what they call the police station, right? Because Scotland Yard, like police. Side of this wall. Blank paper. A sheet of apparently blank notepaper. Apparently. Not that it is blank. It is blank. Drawings and texts linking various clues and anomalies throughout the mysteries that have been solved, resulting in penny dreadfuls. Final scroll leading to Raymond.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
Artie's been all in a state. Think there's some sort of master criminal on the loose. Then this morning, he's gone. Come to think of it, he had been going on about the Queen and all for the last day or two. Seemed to think she was in some sort of trouble.
Very quite possible.
He said he was onto something. Said everything added in clues.
What if it was the Penny Dreadful guy?
You know, when he thought something was important, he'd write it up in invisible ink. Lemon juice like. I did see Artie's friend, Mr. Raymond. He'd just come from Purlock Publishing with his new Penny Dreadful. Seemed very excited about it. I never liked him much.
What if it's him?
He'd use smoke to read it. If you have a way to make smoke, you can see what it says.
I do. I smoke bomb. Perluck Publishing. It's all connected. Follow the clues. Okay, Perluck Publishing. It's gotta be the old guy. But why even was Artie with him? Doesn't make sense. I guess he's an author. You wanted to glean information from him. Slinging slasher. Oh. Paris. This isn't looking good. Just got munitions forth.
He's planning an explosion at the palace. It must be evacuated.
Speak to the palace guardsman. Working my way over there as fast as possible. Get there, I'm trying, I'm going as quick as I can. As quick as I can, but it ain't fast enough. It ain't fast enough. I have over 600 meters to go. Granted, I guess experience doesn't really matter anymore since I'm max level. Maybe because I'm max level, it won't give me another one because they're like, you have no reason to have max to need more. Now if I could get a money multiplier, that'd be great. Bumbling buffoon. Alright, about 200 meters out. So far to go. My finger's getting stiff on the trigger. Oh, it's rugby. Is it rugby? Is that what it's called? I can't remember. I can't quite remember. Excuse me, governor. I gotta get in. Gotta have the agility skills like me, and you also could get in. Queen's Palace.
There's at least 100 people here for the knighthood ceremony. The Queen.
Oh, I've already guessed. Might be the Queen.
I simply cannot wait to see it.
Oh, why? Oh
I
my
haven't
god.
had a chance to chat.
Come on, bro. There's no point of even like attempting to, because I'll run out of time before that. I fucking hate how those controls are terrible.
There's at least 100 people here for the knighthood ceremony.
No way that I can see it again.
Get out! Emergency! Out!
Whatever is not done. I simply cannot wait to see it.
Out of here now! Damn you!
Do as you're told.
Where's the Queen, eh?
Your lives are in danger!
Whatever is not.
She's probably in here. I don't know if I have the time.
Run! Out! Good. They're out. Why is nothing happening? Nothing? What's going on? I've been tricked! Raymond! Why has he done this?
What?
You are more naive than you appear.
What? What?
Look beyond the obvious, beyond surface appearances.
Huh.
Nothing but a showman. So many people makes everything more dramatic.
These are all coming together. Which one is selling the shoe? Stabilize. Destroy palace. That's too obvious. Diversion.
Seems to me you've created the perfect diversion, haven't you?
Fuck. So what's his actual plan?
I found the same clues you found. I knew there was to be an explosion, and I led you here to save everyone. I'm as mystified as you are that nothing happened. You've helped me herd all those dreary people to certain death. We shall hear the explosion presently.
No.
Quite right.
But for what end? Into a firing squad type situation. So he can get everyone out so he can get in and get the he can get the scepter. Left-handed man. He wanted the scepter. He tried breaking in, but he couldn't. Only she had the key. Only she had the code.
I brought him his invitation to the knighthood ceremony. The one with the special scepter.
He wants the scepter. Several articles will come ceremony. Industrialist. He hates industrialists. His company hates the industrialists.
Never trust a man who tells you what you want to hear. He's after something.
I know, he's after the scepter. So this kidnapper abducted the queen. As if he stole the scepter with the dove. Murderer killed the queen. I don't think one of these things is not like the other.
A man like me can take anything he wants. Even the Queen's most beloved item of all her crown jewels. The priceless and symbolic scepter with the dove.
I think it's this one. You want to prove he can do it?
The scepter with the dove taken with your help. What could better display my genius?
I got played. The question is, can I still salvage this?
No one questions you when you wear a uniform.
He was a soldier. The spider, I'm not quite sure. Did I not get everything from there? Spider.
I suspect the solution will turn on geometry.
Turn on geometry. The world turns upside down. Safe cracker, yes, it's a... This... No, he tried breaking into it before. Observe, watching from where? He was the dead body. He was the dead body. That's why his eyes were open.
I simply watched the Queen open the safe when you arrived.
Definitely that one.
Quite right.
Bastard.
The dead guard was I. The spider venom allowed me to fake my death. I had a perfect view from where I lay.
That's right.
I have stolen the Queen's most prized possession, the scepter with the dove. Think of it. I have outfoxed you, the most cunning detective in Britain. I mocked you by leaving clues for you at every turning point. Now I have the scepter, proof positive of my superiority.
Is there any way I could have gotten out of that?
Jacob! Wake up! It's Raymond! He's taken Artie hostage! They're on the roof! Evie's here to help you, Jacob!
Evie's here to help. I'm probably the diversion. I'm gonna beat him at his own game.
But you've come up short, Mr. Fry. Do not threaten me or come any nearer. This lad's very light.
Don't worry, Jacob. He won't know it's coming.
Hold on. While I'm here, skills. Chameleon. Level 9. I should be able to reach level 10. What's the last one? Max level 10. Ooh. Wow. Let's be crafted. It's actually pretty interesting. Equip. Night Terror. Cool. Oh, I don't have the money for it though. It's unfortunate. Same one. At least I'll be able to upgrade this one. Sorry, I just decided to do this now. Okay. Alright, so I need to loop around. We easy boom headshot. Doesn't my thing inventory, doesn't my outfit increase knife damage by 20%? I'll have one shot at this. Get wrecked. Arthur Conan Doyle. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
I suppose this means our detective days are over. But what about you, Artie?
I'm glad I survived Mr. Raymond's insanity, but sadly he won't be here anymore to write more books.
A great loss, I'm sure.
I'm quite serious, Miss Evie. Me and my friends waited every week to read the next number and find out what happened next.
Why don't you write some yourself?
A fellow would have to be very clever indeed.
Sounds like you'd be in your element, my dear.
The Gruesome Whitechapel Murders by Artie.
I should think I would use my full name. By Artie Conan Doyle.
I'd use Arthur. Sounds more of a serious fella.
Right. Let's get on back to the train quick, so I can collect my things. But yeah, so that is the end of the Dreadful Crimes saga of this. So I finished all the gang warfares, I finished all those Dreadful Crimes. So next is to finish the characters. So Darwin, the Indian prince, or Mahatma Raja.
A letter for me.
Like all of those would be the next one to go for. Huh. Okay. That one, assassin gauntlet. Must be crafted. Craft. So if we can upgrade, equip. Firearms, that's gonna be pretty much the max that I can get at the moment. No. Doing better. There. Okay, cool. Outside of this, must be crafted. Craft. Very assassin cookery. Oh. Oh yeah, but that'd be really good. That'd be max. So that's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta look forward to. So Arthur Henry Raymond. Alright guys, but yeah, that is the Dreadful Crimes or Deadly Crimes, whatever it was called. I can't remember at this point. It's been a long day. Thank you so much for watching. This went way longer than I wanted to, and all we did was solve murder mysteries. What a good night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, I will see you in whatever comes next. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.